By now most of you have probably heard about the terror attack that happened today in London, where a single attacker drove a car over Westminster Bridge, hitting pedestrians, and then armed with a knife, ran to Parliament where he was confronted by the police and stabbed and killed one unarmed officer. As a result of the attack, so far, 5 people including the attacker are dead and 40 others are injured. Metropolitan Police Counter-Terrorism Chief Mark Rowley has said that it was suspected that the attacker was inspired by international terrorism and that authorities believe they know the assailant's identity but would not reveal it whilst the investigation was ongoing. So I assume that international terrorism is a vague way of referring to the Islamic terrorism that has been plaguing Europe and the Middle East. And if the true reason they are withholding the assailant's identity is due to the investigation still being in progress, then that is perfectly fine and understandable. But after what happened in the aftermath of other recent terror attacks, like Nice, where there was initially a scramble to cover up the fact that it was Islamic terrorism by saying it was merely a truck crash, we do have reason to believe that they may purposely be withholding the attacker's identity for fear of fueling Islamophobia or racism. Now, it's really fucking sad that I even have to suspect this. I mean, what does that tell you about the current state of affairs? We shouldn't have to be questioning the motives of the police and reporters like this. I really hope I'm just tinfoiling here and that the authorities are doing their best to give us an accurate and non-politicized report on what happened here. Because at the end of the day, this was a tragedy that resulted in the deaths of 5 people, with many more injured. Can't we all just for 1 second look beyond peddling our political narratives and see this for what it is, a horrific act of terrorism? Innocent people died. That's what we should be caring about more than whether or not we can use the event to push forward our own agendas. And no, it's not just the left who are doing this. You also have people like Tommy Robinson, who launched into a tirade about Islamic extremism at the scene of the attack. Agree with him or not, there's a time and a place for things. And that's not it. Using the victims of a terror attack purely to spread your own message is frankly rather sociopathic. When you go down to the scene of an attack merely to yell your own beliefs at people, that is nothing but exploiting the tragedy for your own gain. How can people just not get that? Yes, of course we should be angry about this, but in the immediate aftermath, our thoughts should be with the victims of the attack and not on how we can milk it. Now, whilst we are still waiting for further information about the attack and the attacker's motives, we can only hope that the authorities will be straightforward with us about it.